Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up in the United States, and today I'm going to share with you a fun card using the Peaceful Boughs. I'm not sure if I say that name correctly. I did very plain, and then I crank it up a notch, and we're going to put the puff paint with the glitter. So let's get started. Some of them I did on Whisper White, and some of them I did on shimmer. So we're going to do on shimmer today. It don't matter, it's all done the same way. So first thing that we want to do is take a piece of cardstock that measure 3 3/4 by 5. We're doing a blue spur today, so we're going to use Pretty Peacock. And I like to stamp my first branch there, the big one. The big one is the 2. Then I'm gonna go with the longer one in the single. I'll put that there, and then the little one, that's the single one. And I'm going to add a little bit there. We're going to wait the top, see what we're going to finish at the top there. Some of them I stamped the pine cone in early espresso. Well, what happened with the pine cone when you stamp with early espresso, when you use the puff paint, it becomes brown. So I put more puff paint on it. Let's say you do that, and your puff paint become a different color, you can always add more puff paint on top of it. That's going to cover that up. So I'm going to stamp my pine cone with Versamark. So I'm using both of them. So really we're using the whole set in this here. Going to do one there. You don't see really where I stamp because it is Versamark. Now we will use the copper embossing powder. We're gonna, one thing I should have done, I didn't do, but I'm gonna tell you, it would be great to use the embossing buddy and rub that on your paper, because if the ink's still dry of the blue one, that would absorb the copper. This is the embossing buddy, so what you do, you just rub that. It's gonna stop where not to get the powder. So you do that before you do your Versamark. Now, oh, I don't know if my thing go far enough. Yes, it does. This is the copper, so we're going to emboss this in copper, and then we're going to do the sponging. The sponging, I use Balmy Blue. It's almost done here. So I do all this before I do my sponging. And copper for the pine cone looks very lovely, very much so. Et voila, now we get our pine cone done. Next step, we will use the Balmy Blue ink pad with a sponge, and make sure I don't have powder here. I like to start. Let me make sure I had some powder left on this. Here we go. Start at the top and come down. So I always for this card, start at the top and push hard. And then go back at the top, and then it's going to be darker at the top and coming lighter at the bottom. Some of them, the branch, I use the blends to color. When I mean the branch, like this one, I color my branch with blends. That's optional. I think it didn't make that much a difference, but you could always do the branch if you want the brown. I thought that would add a lot, and it did, whatever that you prefer. So you see, I keep on going at the top, coming down, so that is, and then for the bottom here, I'm gonna go back here and just go very lightly. So I want to just have a ombre there, so it's very, here we go, very simple. Now you can stamp your greeting if you want, or you can always stamp the, oops, that was not right. Let me see, I get some dark there. Let me remove this. It was blue at least. Silly me. Let me use my Pretty Peacock there. Okay, we're gonna, so it's all stamped in Pretty Peacock. I'm gonna put my greeting right here. Also, some of them I use the framelets. So the coordinated framelets, get the 2 frames for your greeting. So you get this one, and this one. So you see, this one I use it for the seasonal greeting, season greeting, and here I use for this one. You can stamp it directly or that. Now, while I get you on this here, I'm going to bring to your attention that all of the branch do not coordinate with the stamp set. It's just like an add-on to your thing. So I'm doing a project there. I'm going to shoot another video for that. But you see, I did them with the snow, so that would add quite a bit to a layer. But for the card, I'm going to have some box like it's showing the catalog and clear box. That's going to be the next video. Okay, let's remove this, and you get also the pine cone in your framelets. Now, let's do, you get the little dots that I think that add quite a bit. That I like to do it also with Balmy Blue. So we're going to add the dots this time. Here we go. Just a little bit here and there. Here we go. Now, what we're going to do is use our puff paint. And we're going to use the ice stamping glitter. Let me show you though, if you want to do the branch, I use the soft suede, the dark marker, not marker, but blends, and then I just, oops, I like to have the little tip. Let's use the little tip. Much easier here. That's kind of big there, but that's okay. So you can color the branch. Like I said, it's optional. It kind of adds some depth to your branch, whatever you prefer. So I'm sharing. You can do simple or crank it up a notch. So you can stop at any point that you wish. Like I'm going to share with you back the finished card when we're done. And I get some that I mount them simple and some crank it up a notch. Now we're going to use the puff paint, and that it's saying not to put it on ink, but the blue, it seemed okay. Oh, I want to prepare my ice too, the glitter ice. Now I like to start at the bottom, and I just do lines here and there at the bottom of the branch. And don't squeeze too hard this, because this really come down quick. Did I say it come down quick? Very much so. So I just gonna, I try to do like a section and then come back and do the other section. So we're gonna do this part right here, and then we're gonna come back and do the other part, the other side. So you see, just add a bit. Now I get, oh, see, I got a big chunk there. If that happened, just get my inky rag here. Now you're going to take your glitter, apply your glitter on it, tap, 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 and then you're going to take the heat tool. And then you're going to make that puff. So you're going to do the all cards like this. I won't do the other side, take too long, but you get the clue. And then I'm going to share one more tip with you in 1 second. You see, it's all the puff paint grab the glitter. So not only that you get like the snow look, but you also have that shimmery, like the ice crystal on the snow. And it don't take very long to see. I think if I go sideways, you're seeing better the puff a bit. Here it's going to be more a big chunk because you saw how it came down. Here we go. And then I would do the same thing on, well, might as well finish it. Right here, add some at the end of the branch. So like I said, don't squeeze hard your bottle because this thing is very light, very light liquid. Now I'm going to bring more of the glitter, tap it. Ouch, that was hot. My finger touched the tip of this. Be careful. And then we're going to puff that. I like to go like on the side. It seemed that go very good. And it keeps the glitter right there. So this is it, my friend, how to do this. Now I would mount that on Pretty Peacock cardstock. And then over here. So I didn't put no ribbon, no, I got nothing else to that. So that would be all jazzed up. And then, like I said, I could always put this at the top if I want, or keep it plain. Here I got it the same. This one was on Whisper White. Here it's no snow, so I didn't crank it up a notch. Here, this one here, do you see the shimmer on it? Let me show you what this one was about. So I use my frost, oh, that's the champagne. It's not the champagne that I want. I want the frost white. You want the frost white, shake that good. Put that in a, you can put that on a saran wrap or on a piece of clear envelope like I'm doing. Put a few drops. On this one it's almost out. Maybe that's why. Here we go. And then you're going to take a saran wrap. This is just a plastic wrap. You're going to squeeze this and tap, tap, tap. See? And then you're going to add this right on top after your card it's all done. So that's going to give more shimmer to your card. So that's another crank it up a notch, right? So that's how I done this one, that you get all that shimmer on it. So a few different ways to use. So with the shimmer paint, with the puff paint, just plain. This is the one we done. And then, or you can put with the greeting on top of the matching frame that come in the framelit, coordinated framelit. Here it's with the dots, like we did with the dots today, and without the dots. Here it's one without the dots. So that is it today, for today, my friend. I told you about the brown. If you use early espresso, you can see my white under became brown. So I use more puff paint on top to stop that brown. This is it for my blue spruce, my friend. Till next time, happy stamping and have a lovely day. Bye-bye for now.